So when I thought of tonight's theme of mothers and Queen Elizabeth, I thought of a refined woman who grew up in a loving, tight-knit family in the gorgeous countryside of Great Britain. But what I really thought about was how Elizabeth is a leader, partially because she was born into that role, but also because she just is. And then I thought of the exact opposite. A woman named Annie from Galveston, Texas, from a family who spent all their energy arguing and pronounced the H in Houston with a Y. Houston. And I thought about how Annie is definitely not a leader. She hated children and became a middle school math teacher and married a guy with a 4-year-old daughter. If I ever met Queen Elizabeth, I'm not sure what I would say, and I think about how nervous I would be as opposed to the first time I met Annie. My dad apparently tells me that I was on the back porch blowing bubbles. When Annie sat down next to me, he said hi, and I just got up and walked back into the house. And that's foreshadowing. Like I said, Elizabeth was born to a close-knit family. Her father, King George VI, called the family We Four because they were always together. I guess you could have called us We Three, except for the fact that my dad worked late a lot, and it was usually just me and Annie at home, and she was always grounding me, I guess to get me out of her hair, so I was an only child and a latchkey kid, so actually it was just me. And I think about Queen Elizabeth and how graceful she is and has so much composure, and Annie, not so much, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I don't think Annie could have asked for a more well-behaved child or a more lovable one, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just a very easygoing person. And for lack of a better phrase, she really fucked that up. This piece sort of became serious and a little depressing as I started to write it, but with tragedy comes comedy, or whatever the saying is. And I was reading all these facts about Queen Elizabeth, and it made me realize even more how much my first stepmother, that's right, first, was just so bad at being a mother, and just bad at life in general. I'm going to use this example from Queen Elizabeth before I elaborate more about Annie. In a speech on November 24th, 1992, to mark the 40th anniversary of her accession, Elizabeth called 1992 her annus Horribilis, meaning horrible year. In March, her second son, Prince Andrew, Duke of York, and his wife Sarah separated. In April, her daughter, Princess Anne, divorced Captain Mark Phillips. During a state visit to Germany in October, angry demonstrators in Dresden threw eggs at her. And in November, a large fire broke out at Windsor Castle. And then at one point, a man snuck into the castle and somehow got into her room. She calmly talked to him before security came, and took remaining calm the entire time. The monarchy came under increased criticism and public scrutiny. In an unusually personal speech, the Queen said that any institution must expect criticism, but suggested that it be done with, quote, a touch of humor, gentleness, and understanding, because this is how normal people handle life. Shit happens. So, quick backstory. My mom and dad married, my mom had to be hospitalized a few times when I was a baby for schizophrenia and manic depression. They divorced when I was 3, and my dad remarried to Annie 1 year later. I lived with my mom for a few years when I was 3 years old until my dad got custody of me when I was 8, and then I had to live with him and the Antichrist. I'm sorry, the enemy. For the next 8 years, she made my life a living hell. One time, Annie caught me chewing gum while I had braces, which was a no-no. So she grounded me for 2 weeks and took away my phone. She criticized the way I dressed, the way I wanted to dress. She told me not to be weird. Isn't every kid weird? She hated me when my dad gave me my own phone and phone line. When my dad handed me the box with my new phone on my birthday, I could literally see the smile being forced onto Annie's face like someone was trying to pull the skin from her mouth. Annie told me she always loved me, but didn't always like me. Well, Annie, the feeling was mutual, except I had neither one of those feelings. When she grounded me, she would take away 1, 2, or 3 of the following things: my phone, my stereo, or TV. And when I say take away, I mean she would literally come to my room, unplug it, take it out, put it in the closet in her room. So during this time, my mom lives in Austin. We have weekly Saturday morning talks to catch up with each other, and since she was having problems with depression, I know that cheered her up. But if my phone was taken away, I had to go to Annie's room, knock on the door, ask for my phone, so I could plug it in and wait for my mom to call. And sometimes she would just forget, mostly because she was too busy eating popcorn and watching her tapes of episodes of All My Children Would Like to Live in General Hospital that she missed during the week. And if I asked her twice, she would get really pissy. She even talked shit about my mom a lot. You guys, my dad really hit the jackpot with this one. And I could keep going on and on with examples. So I will. One time she got angry at my dad because he asked when dinner would be ready, and she threw a plate of tacos at him. Luckily, the plate missed his head and instead hit the wall. There was a particular incident I remember vividly to this day. We were eating chicken for dinner. Side note, she was a terrible shocker, I'm sure. So we were eating chicken at the dining room table, and as I'm cutting my chicken, Annie informs me that I'm not cutting it correctly as she liked. So she decides to get up, stand behind me, grab my hands, and cut it correctly for me. Yeah. And all I remember is crying my eyes out because, once again, I was doing something wrong, and also because what the fuck is happening? Or the time I babysat Annie's sister's kids, and the boy had a skin condition where sometimes if you scratch the skin, it would bleed, which is obviously scary. I was only 12 at the time. So I had to call my step-aunt and my stepmom and my dad were all at the restaurant to let her know because I was worried. They ended up coming home early and she was fine, but Annie told me I clearly couldn't handle certain situations. Then she called me an idiot. Did I mention the time she screamed at me because I didn't want to dry my hair with a hairdryer because it was 95 degrees outside? Fortunately, we were at my grandparents' house, my dad's parents, and Nana hated Annie too, so we lost that argument. But I knew as soon as we got back home to Dallas and out at the same grandparent bubble that I was dead mean. I often use my grandmothers as buffers. Nana, as I mentioned, was my dad's mom and adored my dad and me. And like the rest of us, wondered why my dad had married her. My grandmother on my mom's side was really great too. So every time when I was grounded, I would use my phone to call her and convince her to pick me up, take me to her house so I could spend the night. We could go swim at the pool at the country club, and then we'd stay up eating Haagen Dazs and watching Golden Girls, that's probably the whitest sentence I've ever said. I knew Annie knew that I was using my grandmothers against her, and she hated it, which made me very happy. There were 2 times that I felt like she did actually care. When my dad's mom died when I was 14, and we got back in town for the funeral, I started crying for the first time since I found out. She came out into my room, she sat down next to me, and she hugged me. It was one of those awkward hugs where I'm just like this, and she's like trying to hug me, and I'm just kind of leaning into it. And it was honestly a little too late for that, and it felt fake. The other time was when I was supposed to go out with a guy in 10th grade. He was going to take me to a movie, but he stood me up. But I actually made up that whole story just so she would be nice to me, and she was. She took me to see Legends of the Fall, took me to dinner, and I have to say I remember having a really good time. But also, I obviously made that up. There was no date, which became a habit with me. I became a compulsive liar, which I sort of blame on her, but now I realize it was because I just wanted attention. But it also explains the fact that I made up a boyfriend of my best friend 20 years ago, and she still believes it today. So I'm not gonna ruin that for her, so it can still exist somewhere. Annie seems to make endings everywhere, even at her job. My dad and her met at work at a small private school. My dad was the athletic director, and she was teaching algebra to 7th graders. Her students hated her. They tortured her all the time in class. Unfortunately, this meant she took it on me when she got home, but I think it was worth it. One student even poked holes in the bottom of her large Diet Coke that she got every morning from Jack in the Box, so it would spill over her desk when she picked it up. I also heard some of the students would joke every Halloween she dressed up in a witch costume, and people would say, "Hey, where's her costume?" So in 9th grade, I had to decide what private school I wanted to go to. And since my grandparents were going to pay, and I know I sound like such a snob, but whatever, my grandparents wanted me to go to private school, so I had to pick one. And because they worked at one that was very expensive and we got a huge discount because I was their kid, I went there. So I was there with my dad and stepmom at the same school, in and home. The teachers had known me since I was born, so it just seems like the best idea. But if you think that made things more miserable for me, you'd be right! Although having my dad there was sort of like having my own bodyguard, although it kept guys from asking me out, that's not like they were lining up around the clock, especially since my dad would point out hairs or pimples on my face when he walked by me in the school hallway. My school was 5th through 12th grade, so most of my new classmates had Annie as a teacher in 7th grade, and they thought I was her actual daughter, but once I cleared the air and told them that she was my stepmother and I hated her guts, I had a lot more allies. She did not make things easy on me as I expected. One time she asked about a biology test and I told her I got an 82, to which she replied, "Oh, really? Because I talked to Mr. Boatwright and he said you got a 64. And I said, why? And she asked me why I would lie about that. And I asked her, why would you go behind my back? So clearly she couldn't trust me, and clearly I could not trust her. She gave me no reason to. Well, I had to deal with her in school and home for 2 years. After a while, I just stopped caring. I talked back to her because why not? I watched TV in their bedroom when I came home while I was grounded and I was a latchkey kid, because why not? I ignored her in school when she tried to talk to me. But as far as I'm concerned, I had 2 more years of high school to suffer through before I could go somewhere far away and just pretend like she didn't exist. So if she was going to make my life miserable, I would make hers miserable too. So one day to start my junior year, my dad asked me to come to the living room, and my first thought was, what did I do now? Did I lie about something and then forget about it? My dad informed me that Annie was moving out, and they were getting a divorce. My reaction outwardly was, oh, okay. But inside I would be like, oh my God, you can help me pack, I'll help you pack. The first thing I did was call my best friend and then my mom and tell them the good news. She moved out, my dad bought me a car, he gave me a lot of freedom, no curfew, and said he trusted me, and the next 2 years were some of the best of my life, because surprise, you give a teenager freedom and trust them to be responsible, they actually like you. I think of mothers and how incredibly hard their job is. I have a lot of good friends that have newborns, and I have no idea how they do it. How they juggle a million things at once, how they have a million things on their mind at once, the lack of sleep, the temper tantrums teaching them about life. And then I think about Annie, and in the simplest terms, she had a really great situation fall in her lap. No, I don't know what it's like to be a mom or a stepmom. It must have been rough to fall in love with a good-looking guy with a daughter who was already potty trained, and just generally an easygoing and happy kid. And it must be really hard to be accepted into your husband's family, and I can see how you want to turn everyone against you at home and at work. It's obviously too late for me to say this to Annie now, but all I wanted was someone to take care of me, just be kind to me. But I don't think love came easy to her. There's a tiny part of me that wants to feel bad for her, to say, well, maybe she had a rough relationship with her mom, but I just can't. And I'm sure some people would say, hey, puberty's hard and parents suck, but when you try to accept someone in your life who's supposed to love you and support you and help you during the tough times in life, and instead they make you feel like you're worth nothing, it definitely affects a preteen and later teenage girl. I felt like a loser. I had no self-confidence, no motivation, and no talent as far as I was concerned. I was pretty convinced guys would never like me. I basically felt trapped inside a prison. And it took me years to feel like a normal person, to learn how to control my emotions, to feel okay about making mistakes, and not to walk on eggshells in front of anybody that I know. So this lovely picture I painted for you is obviously not anyone's idea of a good mother. It's the exact opposite. And while my own mother is still around and doing well, she couldn't be around for a lot of my childhood. And my dad tried to find someone else to replace her, and I don't know why he chose Annie. She was obviously a person incapable of loving anything that wasn't a bag of popcorn or a soap opera. The pattern of marrying the wrong woman continued. My dad actually went on to marry and divorce 2 more women. One of whom was the athletic director and had a Farrah Fawcett haircut but very masculine energy. His 4th wife, who we married on my 30th birthday, but had what my dad told me were bad reactions to alcohol. She actually turned out to be an alcoholic. So that was 2 more women as possible mom figures in my life that also didn't pan out. And there was my dad's mom, who was such an amazing woman, stubborn, a bit of a drinker, but probably the strongest woman I've ever known. And she was the first person I knew that passed away. And then there's my mom's mom, also amazing, even though she called mom the N-word once. We had a lot of quality time together and talks about things that I couldn't even talk about with my close friends. And now she has pretty bad dementia and lives in an assisted care facility since my grandfather's gone. There's even Carol, my mom's partner, who's clearly the man of the relationship. I say that because she built a deck and shed at her house in Austin. My mom will always be my mom, even though she didn't raise me for that long, but now she's mostly just like a really good friend. You could say I was lucky to have so many women in my life in a mother's role, but that's not really how I see it. Mostly I'm just glad I escaped Annie alive. My mom made a good point recently. She told me thank you for her Mother's Day present by saying, I'm so glad you're not a loser like a lot of my other friends' kids. I mean, really, I would be so embarrassed. And she also tells me constantly that she's glad I'm not fat. So you know what? Thanks, Mommy. I'd like to end this by saying, I'm also glad I'm not a loser. Thanks.